see. My beginnings start with Sam Allen and Classic Collins. That is the beginning of the Allens. From Sam Allen and Classic Collins, there were 9 kids. And, oh, there were 10. Sorry, there were 10. And within that 10, there was my grandfather, who is Dan or Daniel Allen. And Daniel Allen had a sister named Alberta, which was Felton Jr.'s grandmother. So my grandfather and Felton's grandmother are sisters and brothers. So that makes me and Felton Sr. first cousins. That makes me and Felton Jr. second cousin. Then, where? What else?
Whatever else you would like to share.
That's the Allen side. And my dad, is Horace Allen, which is Dan Allen's 3rd child, married a lady by the name of Pernia Burnett.
Who?
Pernia Burnett. Pernia Burnett is the daughter of Sam Burnett, who in turn married Sylvia Jones. Sam Burnett, great-grandmother is Lila Griffin. Lila Griffin had 18 kids. I can only account for 11. One of the kids who are by the name of Sylvester Burnett. Don't know if there's any connection, but there is a Sylvester Burnett in the Burnett line that I'm working on.
That's our uncle.
Let's see what else.
That's Mama Daddy. I mean, Mama Brother. That's Deborah Daddy.
Like I said, in the Burnett, there is 18 kids. I can only account for 11. There are 7 floating around somewhere that I haven't located. And let's see, the 11 was Sylvester, Samuel, Aro, Betty, Francis, Fanny. I don't know those without looking at them. So, maybe or maybe not. There's some double connections here. I have to dig deeper and find it out. I retired from Chrysler 2 years ago from Detroit, and I got tired of being cold, and I relocated to Arizona. So I've been in Arizona now for 2 years, and I'm loving every moment of it. So now I'm a permanent fixture of Arizona. How I got connected with Felton Jr. and Davita. After retiring, I moved here, and I got tired of sitting down. I sit down for 3 weeks, so I got a job at U.S. Airways at Phoenix Metropolitan Airport. And I was working with this lady that had her hair fixed so beautiful. So I inquired about who fixed her hair. So she gave me the lady's name. I kept the number for 3 months before I even contacted the lady. Once I contacted the lady started doing my hair. So she's been doing my hair for about 9 months before I even knew if there was any connection here. So I've been going to Felton Jr.'s house for 9 months before I even realized that we were relatives. So that's the end of my story.
Yeah, we're so pleased to have Candace in the family, and I'm going to try to show you how Candace and I is related. Now, this is history of the Whitten's family. First, I would go with my grandfather's side. Now, my great-grandparents on both sides were slaves. And in about the year 1840, I got the name from my father and some of my elderly aunts and uncles. So in about the year 1840, Josh Whitten was born in Arkansas. And the city that he was born in is unknown. Now, it was told to me that Josh was a runaway slave. He lived with Native Americans. While living with the American Indians, he married a young maiden named Mooney. This was told to me by my father, Indian woman. Now, the dates of birth is not accurate, give or take a few years. But it was said that Mooney was born about 7 years after Josh, in about 1847, and she died in 1892. After slavery, Josh and Mooney returned to Arkansas, where Josh took up the trade as a sharecropper. Now, sharecropping is farming work. That's where most slaves, that's the type of work they did after they were freed. They would sharecrop. This is how it worked. A farmer would give a portion of his land to the slave to work, and whatever the slave earned from that, he was able to keep. But then this is how the poor slave was not having an education was really tough. He would have to rent the house that he was living in, inflated prices, of course. He'd have to pay for the rental of the mules, the seed, so forth, that he used to grow. So this is the way sharecropping worked, and they were usually cheated out of their wages. Usually at the end of the harvest, they owe the farmer more than what they made. So then that's what sharecropping is. Now, from this marriage of Mooney and Josh, Henry Whitten was born, and two other sisters. Their names and ages were lost in time. I couldn't find out Henry's two sisters' names. Now, Henry was born in Dumas, Arkansas in 1869. In 1889, Henry married Rhoda Vale Allen. That's on Candace's side. From this marriage, they had 8 children. They had 4 sons and 4 daughters. The first son's name was John, that was my father. Then there was Robert, William, and Jolie. Now the daughter's name was Jean. They always called her Lumpy. And there was Alberta, Ophelia, and Mayola. Jolie died at the age of 7 years old. Rhoda also had several miscarriages. So, and then that comes to Rhoda's side of the family. Now here's something very interesting. In about the year, get this year now, listen to this year carefully. In about the year 1812, Sam Allen was born. Place of birth is unknown. Sam was released from slavery in 1865 at that time, he was 53 years of age. Sam married Classy Allens. Sam was 36 years older than Classy. However, Sam lived some 28 years longer than Classy. From this marriage, Sam and Classy had 10 children, 4 sons and 6 daughters. The sons' names were Daniel Payne, that was Candace's grandfather. Then there was a son named Wardy, John, and Robert. The daughters were named Eulabelle, Jenny,